we're going to learn a bit about where to store files and a file structure so that you can quickly find files that you've created for each of your subjects. So let's first of all, before we delve into practically making our file structure, let's find out a bit about how files are stored in a computer system. So it turns out there are three main areas of storage available to you in modern computers. Cloud storage is, you've probably heard of the school's OneDrive, you've maybe heard of Google Drive, Dropbox, and if you've got an Apple iPhone, you might have heard of iCloud, where you can store your pictures, videos, and music. These are all storage locations, and they don't exist on your actual device. You have to log in to access anything that you've saved there. And they're called cloud storage because they're stored on the internet. And it means that no matter where you are, as long as you've got a connection to the internet, you can go in and find what you're looking for. And you can see it on multiple devices. You don't just need to log in with your computer. You can log in with your smartphone to the same cloud storage and the files will be there waiting on you. Right, now, inside your computer, that's called local storage. If it's actually the storage that's inside your device, it might be inside your smartphone, inside your laptop, inside your tablet, or inside your desktop computer. It's classed as local storage, and it's a hard disk drive that's in there. And the other type that you can have is a device that you plug in to your hard drive, into your computer. And that's called a flash drive, or if it's your phone, your smartphone, it's usually an SD card. So here are this is the main logo for OneDrive. You might have seen that on your phone or on your computer. This is the flash drive that I was talking about. It's a USB port on it, and it just plugs into your computer. This is a picture of a hard drive, which you don't see a hard drive because the hard drive lives inside your computer. This is the plug. It's lots of great big teeth here which plug into a special plug inside your computer, and this is where your operating system and all your applications are stored. Right, so that's the kind of basics of storage. Now, what is cloud storage? Cloud storage, it's a generic name. Generic means it's just the same as saying a computer. There are lots of different makes and models of computer, but if the generic name is a computer. So that's the same for cloud storage. Like I said up above, there are lots of different types of cloud storage. OneDrive is Microsoft's, Google Drive is Google's storage, Dropbox and iCloud is Apple's storage. Now, you get some storage free when you buy the Microsoft 365 Office application, and you've got access to OneDrive because you're a member of the school, and as such you've got a license. We've paid for a license for you through the school so that you can access your own private cloud storage. I think you've got 5 gigabytes of space, and it will be the same storage location for all of your schooling. Okay, now, are there any advantages to cloud storage? Well, yes, there are. The main advantage is that no matter where you are, as long as you've got access to the internet, you can access your files. You don't need to lug them about with you. You don't need to download them so that they're taking up all the space in your device's disk drive. You can store them in the cloud, and it means that you've got one file and you can edit that one file and then access it from anywhere. The other good thing about cloud storage is whoever is storing it for you, whoever you pay your subscription to, they've got a responsibility to make sure your files and folders are safe and that they back them up. So that's a big thing, because sometimes that's happened to me where my flash drive I've lost it, and all of the files and all the work that I've done I've lost because I can't find my flash drive. Or what can also sometimes happen is it breaks, and as soon as it's broken you can't access anything on it. So that is a big advantage of cloud. Now with OneDrive, you can actually share the files with other people, and you can by clicking a button that says share, and you'll see that a wee bit later on, and you can choose for how long you want to share your files with them for. So if you're working on a project together and you just want to be using one document, it's a very good way to do it. Collaborate with others. Now collaborate means to work with people. So again, you can work on one document and everyone add to it, which saves a lot of time and a lot of different versions of your files flying about your emails. Right, so if there's advantages, there must be some disadvantages to cloud storage. What are they? Well, the main disadvantage to cloud storage is you need to be able to access the internet. If you don't have a connection to wherever the server is on the internet, then you're not going to be able to get any of your files. And also, if you're uploading, sending files and videos to your storage, if you've got a slow internet connection, it'll take ages to do it. And the same happens if you're downloading to your computer. It'll take ages to do it if you've got a slow internet connection. You've experienced that with Teams. Sometimes it can be a wee bit slow. The other problem with, or disadvantage with cloud storage is that a hacker, a person who does not have permission to view or take your files, might hack into the system and take them. They're breaking the law under the Computer Misuse Act, and the companies who are storing your data, they have got lots of measures, lots of security measures in place to make sure it doesn't happen, but you never know, it might. So that's a bit of the background into storage. Now what we're going to do is you're going to start using your OneDrive storage, and I want you to create a file system within your OneDrive storage for your work. Now what you see here is a diagram of the storage structure that I'd like you to create. And what it is I want you to create a folder called S3 Computing Science, and inside that folder I'd like you to create 4 folders. One called CS for your computer system work, one called SDD for your software design and development work, one called DDD for your database design and development work, and one called WDD for your web design and development work. Okay, so now we're going to actually start working and creating the file structure. So what you need to do is log into Glow using your Chrome browser. Just pause the video until you have done that. Right, when you log into Glow, click into your personal launchpad, and you should have these tiles. If not, go back and look at the launchpad video showing you how to create these tiles. Now, mail is your email. OneDrive is the one that we're interested in today, so give that a click. You can see that it's opened a new tab in your browser. You can still click on your tab for your Glow Launchpad, but you've now got this new tab called OneDrive. So this is telling you that this is cloud storage because you're actually using your internet browser to access it. and here is an address to it. Okay, so what have you got here? I'm using a desktop computer, so this is the layout for desktop. Your user interface might look slightly different because you might be using your mobile phone or a tablet to access it. Now, speaking about that, down here on the left hand side there is a button that says Get the OneDrive apps. Give that a wee click and it takes you to, see, we've now got 3 tabs at the top. So this is, we've been directed to the Microsoft website and we're in the download for OneDrive, and you can see here that it works on Android, it works with Windows, and it also works with Apple computers. So no matter what type of computer, it also works in your Xbox. So it doesn't matter what device you have. If you go to the App Store or the Google Play Store or the Windows Phone Store, you'll be able to download the OneDrive app. Okay, right, so I've back into OneDrive. So what have we got here? The interface is showing you straight away some files, showing you some folders. And over here on the left hand side, it's showing you, first of all, your name should appear here. Make sure you're in your own account. And we're in the My Files area. Once you've created a few files, instead of having to come here and find everything, you might want to choose this Recent, and any files that you've been working on recently will show up there. I haven't got any, which is why this is empty. Remember I was talking about one of the good things about, or one of the advantages of cloud storage is you can share. Well, here is a button and you can actually share your files with people. And any files that you don't want any longer, you can delete. When you delete them, they stay in this thing called a recycle bin, so that if you've made a mistake and you've deleted it by accident, you can go into your recycle bin and get it out, or delete it for sure. So it's a kind of safety measure. Right, so let's just focus on this just now. So where is this thing? Let me just click back here for a wee second. Now this is the file structure that we're going to create. So the first thing we're going to do is click on, make a folder called S3 Computing Science. So let's do that now. Now you'll see here at the top it says New, and if you click the down arrow beside it, you've got different choices. We want a folder, and we're going to call it S3 Computing Science. So S3 underscore, so that's computing underscore science, and then click create. So it says here, this wee icon here lets you know that this is new. Now to click into this folder, you want to actually see how this is underlined. When I hover over it, click it, and it'll take you into it. And here, this is files with a forward arrow letting you know that you're in a folder called S3 Computing Science inside your main files folder. So what we want to do now is go back up to New and click it. And we wanted a folder called CS, and click create. We want, now I've not went into it because we want to make these 4 folders at the same level. Next one, new folder again, WDD. Next one is your SDD, and your next one is your DDD for your database design and development. So that's you created the structure now. Inside your S3 Computing Science folder, you can see that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 folders, and you can click into these folders. So let's go into the Web Design and Development folder. We've not got anything in it yet, but this is where we're going to put our websites that we're going to develop. And you can see here on the path that we're inside the WDD folder, which is inside the S3 Computing Science folder, which is inside the Files folder. You can actually click on this and it'll take you straight back to the top. So there is our S3 Computing Science folder. Now, if you haven't made folders for your other subjects, then you should do that. So for instance, you might want a folder for maths, and all of your maths work will go in here. Now, remember I was saying that this is going to be your folder system for the next how many years you're at the school. So maths, if you have one folder for maths, when you go into your maths folder, you might want to make a folder called S1 Maths, S2 Maths, S3 Maths, National 5 Maths, Higher Maths, Advanced Higher Maths, so that for every year that you're at the school, your files are stored and you can easily go and get them. So let's do an S3 Maths. Yeah. So your S3 Maths is inside your Maths folder and inside your Files folder. So you can do the same for English, Science, Biology, Technical Studies, anything at all, music, any of your subjects. Write in the subject name and then inside your subject folder put your years in, whatever year you're in just now. And then make sure always that you save your file to the correct folder.